Here we go. Watch on YouTube. Watch on YouTube. YouTube.com/c/project/live. How was school? Was it? Did you go to your piano lesson? How was that? Oh, hey, I gotta run, Pepper. I'll talk to you later. Okay, hey, hi everybody. Hey, welcome to the live update of the Pillar Project. Today is February 16th, Friday, right? The price of Pillar on Poloniex is $930.
No, with Ether.
The price of Ether on Poloniex is around $930. And we're live. This is the Pillar Wallet update. And I am one of the very few people in the world, fortunately, for some reason, they gave me a wallet. This is one of the first Pillar Wallet apps. And we're going to give you a little tour today. So this is the agenda of the meeting. It should take right about an hour, I think. And I don't have a watch, so we'll just make our way through it, and we'll take all your questions at the end. You know, any questions and comments you have now, we are not going to respond to, so please wait until the end. And there will be a demo shortly, and then a discussion. So first, what is the Pillar Wallet? Well, as you can tell, the Pillar Wallet is an app. It will be available on Android and Apple. And the goal of the Pillar Wallet is to start as a cryptocurrency wallet that is safe and easy. And you'll see that we've made some, we think, breakthrough progress on wallet design. And eventually, though, becomes a marketplace. And it becomes a place where you can buy and sell things. You can take or create offers on the platform. And if you've been to pillarproject.io, you've seen that we have a big plan to kind of reinvent the way we use our personal data. It's about keeping your personal data on your phone and on the blockchain under your control and no one else's. So the wallet is a decentralized product. We don't keep your data, and we won't ever, manage or sell or have access to your data. It's all going to be on your wallet. There'll be many, many things you can do with that wallet. And ultimately, our goal here in London and wherever we are with our community around the world, our goal is that someday you'll have a Pillar phone, and we will bring the world a new operating system for their phones for the rest of this century. Pillar Project is a nonprofit foundation based in Zug, Switzerland, and our office is here in London. This is the state of the project right now. We are up to 41 people. We have about 20 volunteers who come into the office fairly regularly and work with us. We have a pretty good sized community of 2,800 in our online community. You're welcome to join us. Our newsletter reaches 19,000 people now. We actually have several other locations. We've got Tel Aviv for security. We've opened a small office in Vilnius, Lithuania, which you'll hear about later. And then we've got 2 places here in London and 1 coming in New York later this year. We've got 18,000 lines of code written in the last 6 months. And we have a roadmap that most people here know. We're going to ship the token wallet We're going to then ship an ICO wallet this summer. And then later in the fall, our goal is to ship the grandma wallet, which is our really more consumer wallet. The token wallet is for people who already have and understand tokens and want to keep them safe. So now I'm going to roll a demo that Drew and I pre-recorded just to make sure everything is in one place and tight. And we recorded it 2 days ago. So enjoy about a 14-minute video of, let me quickly, before you do that, I just want to say that this is kind of the first of 2 work-in-progress videos we'll make, and the next one will probably be really live, holding in our hands. And this is to show the functionality and a bit of the user interface, but actually the user interface will change, and when we go to the second demo, which will be later in March, middle of March or so, we'll really see the whole interface take shape. Here we're showing you the functionality, so let's do it. Okay, hi, this is a quick tour of an intermediate build, a build in mid-February of the Pillar wallet, just showing some of the activities we can do with it at this point. So I'm here with Drew Harding from the design team, and we will now go into the app. This is just some of the very first few people who've gotten this app. And I will go starting with the worlds. We have 4 worlds, 3 of which are at the bottom. We'll have assets, anything in this wallet that you can buy or that's an asset or a service or a person is a card. Everything is a card. And you can see assets. We can see, oh, I've got a phone call coming up. We can see people as cards. And I'll go back to that in a second. I've got to accept those. I'll go back and do that. We can see people's cards, and then we can see my card, and that has my profile on it. And then just quickly go back to assets, and then I'll show that there's also a pullout that gives us our settings, and you'll have information about your currencies that you use and your the price of a current transaction. If you look at the top here, let's go back, you can see that the amount of Pillar in your Pillar balance at the top. And you'll see in the slide out all the things that are pertinent to your interaction with the wallet, all the settings. And then on people, we have an address book we'll talk about. And then I'll show, hey, there's a notification. And then we'll show me at the end. So let's go to assets, and let's have Drew send me some test ether.
Sure. So first thing we'll need to do, as we are not yet connected, is I'll go into...
So first show that you actually could send...
That's true.
You know, in the old-fashioned way, if you want to do it the Stone Age way, the way they do it on most wallets today, how would you do that?
I would go into my ether card and just go to our send, choose the amount that I want to send you. I'll send you 0.1. And then I can actually just go ahead and type in, you know, or there would be, you know, blah, 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 blah.
You know, so, yeah, or paste.
Or paste.
Right? Paste the address the old-fashioned way.
Boom.
Right? Or you could scan a QR code.
Correct.
And that's all quaint, old-fashioned 2017 way of managing to send things using a wallet, but instead we are going to do it the Pillar way.
Correct. So first I will leave my send journey, go to people. Here's the connections I already have, but I'm looking to make a new connection. So I will search David, and there you are.
And this is where am I? I'm in the white pages listing. It's very much like you'd find people on Skype.
Correct.
On the white pages, you can put up, and I'll show it on my screen, I can put up your name, your city, your country, and a little tagline that helps differentiate you in case somebody has found several John Smiths in New York City, then you'll have a little tagline. And that lets you be found, and that lets you then make that connection to someone else, person to person.
Correct. So here you are, it's David. So right now we're pulling down connections from our global search. So I will actually click on receive invite.
Right, that's so you found me in the white pages,
Right.
You've connected. I will see, and I don't see at the moment, a little pop-up that says, would you like to connect? Drew is requesting a connection.
Right.
And then I'll accept.
And then I also would...
Yeah, it looks like that.
There
It looks
you
like
go.
accepting.
Invitation accepted, and then there you are. So now you've been added into my list of connections here.
Perfect. Now that wasn't exactly the way it will be in the final wallet, but that just shows the functionality.
Well, yeah, there's currently a workaround in place, but
Yeah,
as
okay.
we are in development, you guys are seeing the raw...
This is the agile way to do it.
Correct.
All right, Drew, we're going to now show how the notifications work.
Right.
So I'm going to go to my Ether card here, and I see there's a little different balance there because you sent me some before. That's
Right.
fine. So I'm going to send you some. It's going to be 0.1 Ether. This is test Ether, obviously. I'm going to choose, who's that go to? It goes to Drew Harding, and that's just a temporary showing of the address. It won't really be there
Right.
eventually. It's for debugging. And I'll push send. And now I see a message here, and you see a message there. And that's an Apple notification.
And then I go into the wallet and I see actually new incoming
New
and the amount.
incoming. I'm so proud of my team. They made a message happen.
And if I refresh my wallet, there it is.
And here I've got pending. And is that going to change by itself? Or someday it will?
It will. In
That's
fact,
actually gone through.
you should get a little notice once it's confirmed. I'm not sure, but
It's going to do a blockchain. This is actually on the Dropston test network, so this is actually happening out there on a blockchain.
correct.
Just not a one with
If
real
you
money.
refresh your
And now
assets, there you
Let's
go.
go to assets.
Check out your
and
activity. There it is.
I have sent out. See, I've got received with a down arrow and sent out.
And now I've got a confirmation that it's
And-
actually confirmed.
Yeah, so this actually all works, and it's important to understand that we're trying to give the user lots of information in real time so that it's not necessary to go to the Blockchain Explorer and find out what happened later. Now, it's also interesting to understand that this is actually not all this comes right from the blockchain. We have a messaging service between the wallets that will tell me in real time that I'm receiving Ether from you, or I should expect it. It's all happening, and then as it actually takes place on the blockchain and it's confirmed and so forth, then that will settle here on the wallet, and we'll see it confirmed on the blockchain as a message here. But that messaging in between is in real time, and we're providing that service to make sure that you know what's going on, even if the blockchain is super busy at that moment.
Correct.
And then it'll be written into your data trail, and then our central servers will forget about it. It's not that we're keeping this information, it's that we're establishing this connection from wallet to wallet and keeping both wallets up to date. And that prevents people from going off to their favorite blockchain explorer to interrogate it and find out what's actually going on. Our goal is to eliminate that, so you can say goodbye to your experience at the Blockchain Explorer and do everything, answer all those questions right in the wallet without a Blockchain Explorer.
So, and also you'll see here a small spot for a message that we, like a note.
Yeah, you can put a note with a transaction.
But currently, that's not functional. But what we can do is go back over to the people section. I can select your specific person card, and then I can open up messaging.
Yeah.
If you do the same on your side, you'll see that we actually already have a message chat history, and I can also say, hey, just sent you some more Ether.
Here on mine, you see I've got all my contacts that I have existing, and then my global contacts that I don't have, and so I can click on Drew Harding, and we're having to do this unidirectionally now, but of course it'll work properly when the wallet ships. So now we can show that
Go back to your people stack. Now refresh.
that we're connected. And there he is. So I'll accept that here. But that'll all more or less happen automatically once we accept. And it's important to understand that you put your information onto the white pages listing if you want to, to be found. And your personal details won't be found. It's with each person you can share things like your phone number or your address. That would be on a person-to-person basis. So I could toggle on those special details that I want to share with Drew, not share them with the rest of the world. I can also unconnect myself from Drew, and I can take myself out of the White Pages listing so I can never be found. So really, from a security point of view and an anonymity point of view, you can use this wallet just like an old 2017 Jack's wallet, but there's all these much better features for consumers that make it so much easier and safer.
If you go into our messaging.
Messaging? Oh, okay.
Click on message.
Just click on message, and then so here's our message history, and it's really just like messaging on any one of another million apps that do messaging. Then over time, these are relevant to, for example, the things we do in our wallets, and over time, this we hope will turn into a real social network as well.
That's correct.
Cool.
Moving back to our me section, highlighting. You already showed you could.
Oh, you can have favorites. By the way, on the people, sorry, you could have your family, your friends, your favorites, your business acquaintances, and so forth. So that'll all, and then the people that you're finding out there on the list. Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah. And then if I go back into my kind of core assets screen, there's also the ability here to add a token. So the way we do this currently is through the smart contract address.
This will all be by name. Eventually you'll look them up, and then you can add them and track them by name.
And when we go there, it shows me the kind of the trading symbol, which is for this token, SBT. And once we get our database loaded, we'll have obviously name
and every card will have its own stylization, so it can have a background and it can have data information on that card, on that asset.
So right now, when I confirm, I get a SBT token card, generically kind of designed. But as you mentioned, each card will be able to be branded specific to, the token itself, and however that team would like to represent themselves.
Right. You don't want to see all thousands of ERC20 tokens, but you might want to see 10 or 20 that you happen to like, even if you don't own them, and you can track them by just adding them that way.
Correct.
Everything is card, whether it's a vacuum cleaner or a camera or a phone or an asset or a digital asset. All right. Is there something else we wanted to show?
I think that's about it in terms of the status
we've
of everything.
We've seen messaging, sending. Of course, we'll be able to receive. There will be other exciting things we'll be able to show next time.
Correct.
This is just kind of a snapshot of the development right now in the middle of February, and there will be much more coming from us at the Pillar team.
Cheers.
You can get the Pillar logo on your phone, and we'll send instructions if you haven't done that in our upcoming newsletter, so you too can have the Pillar logo on your Apple Watch. Did I say phone? All right. Okay, so thank you for watching our demo. It was pre-recorded just mostly for safety, and that's to show mostly the functionality. That was live, actually working code showing actual blockchain transactions, and I will be happy to take some questions. Let me do a quick overview of the worlds. There are 4 worlds in the Pillar wallet. I'm hearing noise. There are 4 worlds in the Pillar wallet. Assets, which you've seen. Services, which will come later when we have a service to put in, and I'm hoping we'll be able to push out services after the initial release of the wallet. We have services we're working on, and that will probably be like a 1.1 release. Then there's people, which is your address book. And then there's you, me, and that's me, is where we'll find our personal data lockers. And that will become a very rich place with all of your personal data. I'm hearing sound come through. So here are the innovative features that we have in our wallet. Everything is a card. Everything is a card. Products and services and people. or let's say assets, because a cryptocurrency is a card, the people who have those communities that run those, or the Bitcoin community will create their Bitcoin card here, whoever those people are, and the Ether people, the Ethereum Foundation can create their card, and Dash and Litecoin and so forth. They'll all create their own look for their card. And then we have a white pages lookup, which is really just like Skype. You can opt in and put your name, city, and country there, and a little tagline to distinguish you from other people who might have your same name. And then people can find you. And that's important. And if you ever want to take your name off the white pages, you can. No big deal. There's an address book where you transfer by name and not by address or QR code anymore. And there's wallet-to-wallet connections using the names. And that we'll do much more with wallet-to-wallet connection over time. And then we have sending just by name. That'll be true with an ICO. You'll just buy it by name, and you'll never see the smart contract address for an ICO. You'll just see the name and logo. We're going to have messaging, which is at the beginning just for transactions, but of course later could become much richer. And then we have a blockchain explorer that is behind the scenes, and you never really know there's a blockchain explorer. It's always just telling you what's going on, so you don't ask the questions that you might lead you to a blockchain explorer. So the goal is you will never need a blockchain explorer anymore. Now, are there some questions about the features before I move on to give more of an update on the project? Keep in mind that the next demo will be much more fleshed out, and this is all just kind of rudimentary, get the code merged with some of the data, some of the front-end elements, and show that it actually works. And believe it or not, it actually, 18,000 lines of code later, it actually does. So we're encouraged to continue iterating, and in about 4 more weekly iterations, you're going to see another big demo.
Yeah. Is there a way to modify the gas when sending Ether?
Will there be a way to modify the gas when sending Ether? Ooh, that's a good advanced question, isn't it? So the answer is yes, but it won't be obvious because most people don't know anything about that. And most wallets are going in this direction pretty much. Just make it so that it doesn't fail, right? And we'll try to gather a lot of statistics as much as we can because we don't know who has the wallet. But you can send us some statistics if your wallet fails, if a transaction fails. We want to know that, and we should be able to build in a way that you can give us the information so that automatically it should put just the right amount of gas. And if you want to adjust it, there will be an expert mode where you can do that. And there will be some other things in expert mode.
Are the messages encrypted?
Are messages encrypted? Of course they are. Yes, we're using Signal, which some of the big guys use. It's an open source encrypted messaging service. And if you know how Signal works, please get in touch with us because there's no documentation and we need more help with it. But we're making it, actually, that demo was actually not Signal, right? That was a placeholder. That was what? Firebase for now, but we're working on integrating Signal. And if you know about Signal, please contact us. Any other questions before I move on? There are going to be a lot of questions, and most of those will be answered in the next, couple of updates as we go toward launching the wallet.
Yeah. There's one more. Where the private key is stored, is there a way to recover them?
Yeah. So this is a what do you call it? Wallet that has the 12 words. Something wallet. No, a seed wallet. This is a seed wallet. You'll have 12 words that you'll need to write down, and that will generate your own private keys. We have no idea what they are, and we couldn't get them if the FBI couldn't force us to give them out because we don't have them. So they'll be under your control, and you will have to back up your own 12 words. That'll be very important, as it is with any seed wallet. And of course, there will over time be more cryptocurrencies. We'll be launching with Ether and tokens, but our goal is to integrate more cryptocurrencies as soon as we can. So we're hiring. We're always looking for great senior Node.js back-end developers. We have a pretty exciting dev team, a pretty exciting every team actually. Things are going really well here in London. But we can always use more Node.js people because we've got lots more coming. And if you want to be in London and work with us, please contact me, David at 2030.io. We have contests. We want you, look, I want to be straight up about this. We could take a bunch of your money, token holders, and go to some big agencies and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on branding and on imagery and messaging and commercials and all the media that we need, but we're not doing that. We're giving it out to people who will respond to our contests. And if you respond to a little contest, as we've seen already with the design contest, we tend to give more and want more of it. So we hired most of the people who won the design contest. We want to hire you or your friends, if you know people who can, first, show your pillar style. Put the pillar logo on a sweet potato and take a picture of it. Do a good job. Get yourself to the top of a mountain with a pillar t-shirts. A guy is running around New York with the pillar stickers that he made, sticking them all over New York City. Get excited and show us your pillar style by making videos and pictures, and we'll send you Ether as a reward. Pillar pioneers are people who are really excited about building a business or a community in the wallet, and these are people we want to contact us, give us their vision of how they're going to do it. I know we don't have an SDK and we don't have the wallet to do it on yet, but in July we will. And so between now and then, we want to see your vision for what you will do on the Pillar platform. That will help inform us at Pillar University, getting ready to educate people how to play with us and develop for our wallet. We're interested in people building a giving business, which is, we're interested in creating the giving wallet inside of our wallet, a way to give money, tokens, cryptocurrencies to good causes. And if you're excited about that, we want to hear from you. You could create a game on our wallet. It's not easy, but something like CryptoKitties or some rare things, cards on our wallet might be some kind of an appropriate thing. We don't know how we're going to do that yet, but you could put a vision of it on YouTube and we'll reward you if you do a good job. We're looking for the iconic Pillar image. If we were going to make a poster that represents Pillar, what is that Pillar image that represents the excitement and the future possibilities of the whole and the mission of the whole Pillar project? And then we really encourage people to get out and build and enter our mobile tutorial contest. We're willing to give 5 Ether to a group that can show they can build 20 to 30 second videos that go in the wallet that will help people learn right inside the wallet. You'll find all of these contests at pillarproject.io/contests, not surprisingly. And we are really actively seeking people who will participate now. We're going to have a big summer event. It's coming up July 15th to 22nd. We're going to help you plan it. We want you to come, whether you're a fan, a developer, a business person, a Pillar pioneer, a token holder. Everybody come to the Vilnius Grand Resort. We're taking over the Vilnius Grand Resort for a week, and we're going to have a full curriculum. It's an unconference, so we're not planning it, we're just preparing a bunch of stuff, and we'll do it day by day in real time, in a very agile way. We did this last year in Slovakia. We are hoping for 500 people. Now, we got how many people here on YouTube right now?
695.
700 people right now. So all we need is every single one of you to respond soon when we give you in a newsletter how you're going to sign up to stay in Vilnius, Lithuania for 1 week with us, the 3rd week of July. And there's going to be a lot of great stuff for families, for kids, for golfers, for tourists, and people who want to take excursions from there. Very exciting. It's going to be a big kickoff week for us as we go into the next phase of innovation on the Pillar wallet. There's a spa. There's a lot to do in Vilnius. There's a blockchain innovation center there that we're part of. And many exciting things will be started at that event. So set your calendars. Save the date, 15th of July to the 22nd of July in Vilnius, Lithuania with us. That's for entrepreneurs, devs, fans, and also it's a hiring event. I will also be running my business agility workshops every morning for 5 days there. So come and learn about business from David Siegel, in case that's of interest. Okay, here's the moment many people have been waiting for. We have to come clean on exchanges. The truth is, we've been trying since the ICO to get on some big exchanges, and everyone knows it's been frustrating. And you can name the large exchanges we've been trying, and for whatever reason, they haven't accepted our token. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that's okay, because we're seeing people bribing, paying a lot of money to get their tokens listed, and on the exchanges, we're seeing pumping, dumping, we're seeing lots of market manipulation, price manipulation, and we're really seeing the people who are speculators driving up the volume. Now, our token is rising in the, in the ranks, and everybody's excited. That's fine. But the truth is, I'm not so excited about a lot of trading on exchanges by speculators. I want people who want to use our utility token to use it on our platform, but you got to be able to get it. So I'm announcing now, without further detail, that when the Pillar wallet launches, there will be a way to buy and sell Pillar tokens for Ether, to trade Ether and Pillar tokens. I will say more later. You can ask all you want. You will see it soon. So your questions will be answered. At the same time, if an exchange will list our token that doesn't charge us money to list our token, we welcome that. There are several exchanges out there. I can't recommend or not recommend them, but I can make you aware that many of them are fairly dangerous and have fairly high fees. Some of them can work. You take your own chance when you move your Pillar tokens. My recommendation is don't touch your tokens. When the wallet launches, move them into the wallet once and for all, and they'll be safe there. Your Ether will be safe there, and then you'll find a way to buy and sell tokens on the wallet. There will, of course, be much more, but this is all I'm going to say for now. All right. So we will be at Consensus. This is a big event, and this is essentially our launch event. I'm not giving an exact date when we're launching the wallet. We do expect to finish coding by the end of March, as I said, sort of originally back in June when I made all this up, and we will be in testing, serious security testing by the end of March, and then the wallet will ship whenever it's ready. It's not a launch, it's a rollout. So we'll be taking small steps to bring in beta testers, and if you want to be a beta tester, come to our online community because we'll be enrolling you soon. Little by little by little, this wallet's going to have hundreds of millions of dollars on it. So little by little, we'll be rolling out the wallet to people, giving us feedback, testing it. We'll send you $10 first and see if you lose it. Then later on, you can put your own $10 in there, and if you lose it, I guess we'll probably repay you. So we'll take it one step at a time, and we'll be testing pretty much throughout April, and we'll have a launch date for you later. And I can't say. If it goes well and we feel confident, we'll start to take the wraps off. It will obviously be in beta for months, and it will be beta software, so we'll just ease into it, make sure that the user experience is good and safe. We will be at Consensus. We will have our own party at Consensus. We want you to join us, where if you can see me and hear me now, we welcome you to join us in New York. Come be part of it. Get a crew shirt for the party. Look at, do we have a Consensus or maybe an events channel in our online community? Which channel is best? Events?
Yeah.
Events. in the online community. We'll be communicating with people there about when the party is and how you can participate. You can represent us. We want our volunteers to represent us at this big event. We want Pillar Force. We are bringing Pillar t-shirts, and we are bringing Pillar enthusiasm to Consensus. So watch out. We hope you'll come for about 3 days at the event. They didn't give me a speaking slot, but I'll be speaking at our party, and it will be a lot of fun. So we hope you'll come join us at the event. You can learn more about that event at coindesk.com. Now we're getting there. If you want to volunteer for us, please come to our online community. That's community.pillarproject.io. And there you'll be welcomed, and you'll find that there's a beta tester channel, and there's volunteers saying hi, and there's lots of stuff to do, and we have really literally dozens and dozens of volunteers helping us all the time. Thank you, volunteers, for all your amazing work and for lighting the pillar fire and spreading it. Very excited about that. We do need help organizing and working on our conference. It's certainly possible that for the people who really help us the most, we'll pay your expenses. The way the conference will work, and you'll get more information about this, is we will pay for the conference. You pay for your flight and your lodging at a reduced rate. You'll pay for all your meals. And we pay for everything else, including the big party at the end of the week on Friday the 13th. Then there will also be an optional tour to St. Petersburg the week after. That's the final week of July. And we are looking for people who know St. Petersburg, who maybe know travel agents in St. Petersburg, who can help us put that together. So that'll be an option you'll be able to add to your 1 week in that part of the world. Now this is it. I'm happy to take questions. We got how many people online right now? 700 people. Thank you for staying with us. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can about the wallet. And
where can we get the t-shirts and hats from Pillar?
The bunch of volunteers were asking about t-shirts and hats. A bunch of volunteers are working hard on the store. We have amazing people, Josh and Kevin and others in the United States, setting up a store. We hope, and I'm not announcing anything, but we are working on a Pillar store, a Pillar product store in the Pillar wallet, which will come when it's ready. Obviously, that's one of the first things I hope that will happen after cryptocurrencies and tokens. And we are looking actively for a group in Europe who will build a Pillar store online, build inventory. Remember, we'll be your first customers. We'll put in a large order. We'll buy 500 t-shirts right away and a bunch of polo shirts and hats. And then you sell them and pick, pack, and ship them and deal with returns. You take the money, you price it, you make a bit of money. That's reasonable. It's your store. And you send them around Europe. And we're also interested in someone in Asia to do the same thing. Eventually, all that will be in the wallet, and then these same vendors or same fulfillment people will handle each person's order depending on where you live. The Pillar products are coming, and you'll watch our newsletter to find out when. But if you're in Europe and you want to have a store, please come to the community store channel in our community where we're talking about this. In fact, we have a store Zoom call coming up on the 21st at 5 p.m. UK time.
We have a lot of blockchain companies doing some patent work. Is Pillar doing any patent work?
Are we doing any patent? We're open source. We have no patents. No, we do not have patents. The Pillar wallet is a gift to the world. And we mean this very sincerely. Our goal is to change the world by getting people to own their own data, and the wallet will help them manage it. And more and more when we talk about interface, we keep saying, well, it'll be so great when we can just talk to it, and it'll be your personal assistant. And all that stuff, as much as we can, will be open source. I can't imagine ever having any patents.
Okay. Will live prizes be shown for tokens in the app?
Will live prizes?
Prices.
Prices.
Yeah, like the price of it.
I'm not giving any more information out about the exchange. You will learn much more. It's better to underpromise and overdeliver, and we're going to show how you'll be able to buy and sell Pillar tokens on the app, when I can show it, and there'll be much more about that.
Okay. How do you avoid people from imitating each other with personal data regarding white pages? So somebody pretending to...
Right, what about the white pages? Is the white pages dangerous? So take a look at Skype. Skype has millions and millions of people in their database that lets you find people. And in ours, you'll put up your own little tagline, like, you know, I'm David Siegel, the founder of Pillar, and I wrote a bunch of books, or whatever I want to put on there. I'm a silly guy, anything I like, and that will differentiate me from other David Siegels. But yeah, anybody else could say I'm David Siegel and I'm a fun, silly guy, and you know, they might copy me, and then it will be difficult. And that's true in Skype too. And we're not going to do anything really invasive that requires any kind of proof of ID, because that's too public. So we will deal with problems as we come to them. For example, people are imitating you. Will there be a way to remove those people? The answer is not initially, but as we get to see those kinds of things, we will deal with that. And then it's the same problem that Facebook has, that LinkedIn has, and we will definitely address those questions as they come up.
Please explain the utility of the Pillar token.
How does the Pillar token work? So, right, it's a good question. So moving cryptocurrencies and tokens, sending them to the wallet is free. Moving them out of the wallet is free. You're just going to pay your normal gas fee for the right to the blockchain. But transactions on the wallet will have a Pillar fee, and I'm not saying exactly how that's going to work. It'll probably be repriced every so often, and you'll pay a flat Pillar fee to run the back end. We don't actually make any money on that. That's to run our servers on the back end, and that will help us build our ecosystem. And then, if you want to buy more, you'll be able to buy them right in the wallet. So it's a transaction token. You don't need it to get the wallet, and you don't need it to use the wallet. If you want to use the wallet to do what you can do today with My Ether Wallet, you can do that for free. Just like with My Ether Wallet, I happen to think our approach will be much safer, but there will be no fees for that same kind of thing that is happening at My Ether Wallet. By the way, you'll be able to use our wallet anonymously. You'll be able to cut and paste and participate in an ICO anywhere you like that way, just like My Ether Wallet. But there will be much more you can do as the features of the Pillar wallet start to show more interesting offers.
What was the main difference between the event in New York and the event in Europe?
Oh, what's the difference between Consensus event in May and the big event in Vilnius? Okay, so in May, it's a big blockchain event for 3 days. People will be there from all over the place. It'll be crazy. There's lots of great talks and panels and discussions and events there. I highly recommend coming if you're part of this community and you want to learn. We'll have a booth at that event. We'll have one party that we hope will be a big deal. And then in Vilnius, Lithuania, for 1 week, the third week of July, we will have Pillar University, learning, hacking, hackathons. We'll present our software development kit, we'll present our APIs, we'll show what we've been doing to develop on the Pillar wallet, we'll help you build your business, and we invite entrepreneurs to come and learn about business from me, and about smart contracts, and about wallet hacking, and how you're going to build your business in our wallet. It's 1 week of amazing Pillar events. Last year in July it was 70 people. This year we're hoping for 700 people. So everyone, if you can see me and hear me, look forward to signing up for this event as soon as you can, so the hotel knows to book the whole place and no one else will be there.
Will you guys be integrating digital driver license, etc.?
Will there be digital drivers? Well, let's just talk digital driver's license. Will there be a digital ID system? And just as I've said in the gray paper, we want to be agnostic to ID systems. We want to accept all ID systems. So if you're building a UPort identity system, and if in our wallet you're going to build a KYC, a Know Your Customer package, and you'll keep that. That'll be yours. You can scan your licenses, you can scan documents and keep them yourself. And if you have other identity systems like Sovereign, for example, or any other digital identity system that people want, we'll integrate that so you can use it in your Pillar wallet. It'll become pretty sophisticated a couple of years from now, and you'll be able to control everything and manage your consents and who you give information to and all that.
For the iconic image contest, can this also be a painting?
For the iconic image contest, can it also be a painting? The answer is, as long as we can take a picture of it and imagine a poster. So it's not a video, it's an image that captures the spirit and promise of the Pillar project in a single image that would go on a poster. So if it's a painting, for example, we could put the logo at the bottom or something, or whatever you want. You imagine it, submit it. If it's awesome and we can use it, we'll pay you. That's a 1 Ether prize, and 5 Ether for the group that can put together the quick explainer video tutorials that we're going to need on the wallet.
Will there be a way to integrate hardware wallets?
Will there be a way to integrate hardware wallets? This is an ongoing discussion, and we invite you to participate in that discussion in our community. We are not actively coding that now, but we do have community members actively working on it with us as volunteers. And we welcome volunteers to help us work on the various hardware wallets that might interface with our wallet. Of course, our wallet is meant to be an active wallet, so you'll end up buying and selling things. It's almost like eBay. By the end of this year, there will be a lot of products and services on our wallet, and you'll use it. Remember, you have the private key. So, my Jax wallet, my Licka wallet, I don't worry about people taking the anything from there because I have my 12 keys backed up. Now, could you back up your 12 words? I'm sorry. Could you back up your 12 words to a hardware wallet? That's a good idea, and we want people to help us look into that and figure all this stuff out.
How many security experts do you have on your Pillar team?
How many security experts do we have on the Pillar team? We have one serious security expert, Ralph, and we've just hired people in Israel, and that's why I say we're actually starting a little security center in Israel, a small office that has one guy there who's a world-class security expert. He knows many people in the security world, and he'll be bringing lots of people in to test our wallet, hammer on it, try to break it, and find any problems there might be with it. And we'll document all that. So if you've got suggestions and you want to help, we would love that. That's what our community is for.
Why is the Pillar wallet safer than my Ether wallet?
Why is the Pillar wallet safer than my Ether wallet? I bet there's about 680 people out there who could answer that question. My Ether wallet is a web wallet, which easily you get phished. So you could go to my Ether wallet without knowing it. It's going to look exactly, don't do that. It's going to look exactly like my Ether wallet. It's going to look just like, it's going to work just like it. The only problem is they're going to have your private keys then, and they'll steal your Ether. That has happened to many people, not just our token holders, many token holders. Literally hundreds of millions of dollars through phishing last year. So it's phish proof. Here's how we'd get phished, is that someone else will put a fake Pillar wallet into the App Store or Google Play Store, and you won't be able to tell the difference. We will be on that, and our community will be on that, and they will look hard to make sure that there's only one, and that we contact the app stores as soon as we see somebody put up a duplicate. That's really important with open source software. It could happen, and you can watch our newsletter, to make sure that you've got the right one, and we can even maybe build in some security features there so we can send you messages to test and all that stuff. So we don't expect really any phishing. We expect it's much less hack proof, because it's going to be harder to get your 12 words from you than it is your My Ether wallet, your password to My Ether wallet. But I use My Ether wallet, and I've used it safely from the beginning, and I don't have any problem with it, but I don't use it very often. I use it as little as I have to.
What happens if you run out of Pillar on your wallet? Does it stop working?
What happens if you don't have any Pillar in your wallet? Does it stop working? It doesn't stop working, but you won't be able to do transactions. So you'll be able to do all the things you can do today with My Ether wallet for free. Probably some more things for free. But if you have 0 Pillar, you won't be able to do transactions. It's a transaction token.
Where do you want Pillar to be by the time next year?
This time next year, where will the Pillar project be? Well, we'll be on our major. We'll be climbing up the big ramp toward Consumerville, and we'll have a wallet that consumers can consider safe and can. We have a lot of interesting plans for making that wallet even safer than the one that's coming out now. We hope to have a group that works with governments to build a citizens wallet so that you can interact with government services using our wallet in cities and countries around the world. We'll be started on that, I think. We have a GDPR group that's focused on GDPR, and we call it the login wallet. You'll be able to log into any number of sites, web services that will keep you safe by, you can retract your personal data back onto your wallet. Remember, we've also got the ICO wallet coming, and we hope to do many ICOs starting about 6 months from now, sometime over the summer, where you'll just buy them by name, and all the stuff, everything will happen in the wallet. You'll buy your tokens in the wallet, and then they'll be immediately tradable by then. By then we'll have a real exchange, and it will be tradable in the wallet. So we're going, gradually in steps. And a year from now, our goal, by the way, is 4 million wallets this year. 4 million this year and 20 million next year. So you can help, do your part, download your wallet, and use it.
Okay, final question. If I buy a Pillar phone, will I be able to use it on the moon? That's where this is taking me.
Watch out. If I buy a Pillar phone, these are not my words, will I be able to use it on the moon? Because that's where the Pillar project is taking me. And the answer is, no, you won't be able to use it on the moon, silly. But you'll be able to use it in Bangladesh and Bogota and Brooklyn and Brighton, because the Pillar phone will be the phone for the 21st century. Anymore, and that's years away, but that's where we're going.
Last question.
I don't expect to spend any time on the moon.
Last question, would it be able to do any atomic transactions and atomic swaps?
Will the wallet do atomic swaps? It's a complex answer that I'm not ready to give right now. So we'll be talking more about all of the different ways you can trade and exchange tokens later, probably mostly in Vilnius in July. We'll talk a lot more about trading, but you'll hear more, and then we've got another event coming. We're all going to commit to shipping our skinned wallet with more or less the final user interface toward the middle of March, and I don't have a date for that yet. We'll be talking to the dev team, and at that time we'll give you another update, and then we'll start at that point the beta rollout to small numbers of people and more and more and more, putting real money on it, getting out of the test net, and going through lots of testing, really making sure, and when we're sure it's ready for public release, you'll see it, and I don't have a date for that, but you will get one as we go into the next 6-week period. That's it. Thank you very much for joining us. Coming up next, we've got a call on the 21st for the store. We've got a bunch of events in London. If you're in London, we've got a kind of a monthly breakfast, blockchain breakfast, going here at Rise Accelerator in London. And then we're all gearing up to go to Consensus in May, have a party, really release the wallet, and get the word out to millions and millions of people. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in New York and seeing your reservations for Vilnius, May 18th to 22nd. From all of us at the Pillar, what did I say? July 15th to 22nd. From all of us at the Pillar Project and our whole community, we welcome you and we thank you for being part of this amazing journey.